Hi, this is my true story poem, a Christmas story poem. It takes place up in Wilkes-Barre in the mid 90s, and it's called JCPenney Clothes, a drunken Christmas carol memoir with loving nods to Charles Dickens, James Joyce, and Clement Clarke Moore. It was round midnight on the worst Christmas Eve ever. Me, inebriated and hitchhiking in freezing weather. I'd been trying to get back from wherever the hell I'd been. The forecast called for tons of snow, and 'twas about to begin. I was walking through the valley with the shadow of my breath in a cheap JCPenney suit like some drunken lewd Macbeth. With my long blow-dried hair and my suit and tie, I looked just like a Kinks album circa 1975. Now, every snow blizzard starts with a single flurry. Pull up a chair and listen as I begin this Christmas story. Men took to their shovels, the old women to their worry. Snow came rushing in from across northern Missouri, falling on the ground, coming down, and in a hurry, falling too upon the grave of poor old Michael Fury. Leaden snow falling along the Appalachian Ridge, and falling on the junkies neath the Market Street Bridge. Walking in the falling snow from Main Street, Edwardsville, 20 inches predicted from Chickashinny to Sawyersville. It was so bitter cold, and I'd no hat, no gloves, nor coat, and I cursed as I coughed, for I'd no scarf about my throat. I slid on ice and fell. There were no cars on the road. Frozen stiff as hell, and my reaction time had slowed. I'd way too much to drink, and it was all the bargain booze. I was slippin' and a-slidin' in my JCPenney shoes, and the snow it swelled and fell, and the snow it piled high on the rooftops of General Hospital where my father died, and on the gates of Hollenbach Cemetery, and all along the Susquehanna River, falling forward into Wilkes-Barre as I tumbled, cried, and shivered. And white snow fell on Franz Klein's black granite grave flat marker from above the eastern pines where the skies are always darker. And I stopped to catch my breath that encircled above my head like some wraith-like holly wreath for remembering the dead. Each snowflake seemed a star coming straight down from heaven, and I fell again, God damn it, across from the 7-Eleven. I stayed there, with my face buried in the pure white snow. My nose was hurting, my lip was bleeding, the wind began to blow. What if I just laid here and allowed the snow upon me? Just another lit-up drunk beneath the Xmas trees. Oh come, Emmanuel, let the snow just smother me. Let it drop, yes, let it drop, another 10 or 20 degrees. Yes, the newspapers were right. Snow was general tonight. Softly, thickly, slowly, faintly, from Nanticoke on up to Ashley. Falling upon the Sterling Hotel, up North River Street as well. Falling upon abandoned coal breakers. Falling upon the ghosts of dead Quakers. It lay drifted heavily across all of Luzerne County, covering up the mountain tops in a blanket soft and downy. It was falling too upon my own St. Leo's Church, and on the trees in Bear Creek on white alder, ash, and birch. I let the night descend upon me, and then a car went by, softly, thickly, slowly, faintly, out the corner of my eye. An angel of the Lord, driving a post-in cab, turned round. He got out, took my hand, and raised me off the ground. He asked me where I lived, and gently placed me in my seat. He turned the music down, and then turned up the heat. He had a face of gold, and it glowed an eerie light. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, my guardian of the night. He seemed very young, but at the same time old as well. The radio played Little Drummer Boy and The First Noel. And not a word was spoken as we weaved about the town. I just looked out of my window as the snow came falling down. And I saw my own reflection in the snowflakes crystal clear, and the eyes that I saw looking back or of loneliness and fear. He got me home so fast, and he drove me there for free. After all, it was Christmas, a couple hours past the eve, closer perhaps to 3:30 at the most, but right on time, Jacob Marley, my interceding ghost. And you know, he never judged me, never mentioned I'd been drinking, my guardian angel cabbie in a yellow 90 Lincoln. Finally, he did offer, when we pulled up to my place, one single solitary word, and all he said was, "Peace." And I got out and thanked him, and watched him disappear, and called out, "Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." I stumbled up the stairs, bleeding badly at the knees, and I thanked sweet baby Jesus that I hadn't lost my keys. And as I lay in bed, with the quilt up to my nose, I closed my eyes and fell asleep in JCPenney clothes. Thank you all for listening.